Alright, drivers, we're live here today with the GTI series for once. Finally, we get started once up again. We are going to roll out for qualifying. We're going to have a 10-minute qualifying session here soon. I get my free can to work. Seems to be doing some weird stuff. There we go. Alright, guys. Watch the lights here. We're about to go yellow. Pace behind the pace car. Be chill. If you miss a start, that's okay. Just if anyone's sleeping, just overtake them. We're going to roll off here. We don't have our current designated pace car driver. He's actually in the field there right behind us. If you would mind hitting me, I wouldn't actually care. There's a T7 Jake there. Our usual pace car driver for once. He's finally out on track as a driver. And I'm sure as hell he's going to be happy about it. So, have a pretty good field here today. A bunch of new faces. New team even. There's Airfuel and another guy named Mike. Well, those are going to be our two drivers here. It's you see from earlier that little intro we had going on. Just kind of like a little showcase of what the track is. That's what to expect here. Very tight, twisty, bunch of hairpins, bunch of high-speed turns. This one in particular will be extremely fast. As you could also see the British Racing green car right there, getting ready to start. So I'll have you guys maintain 60 miles an hour for just a second. You might want to slow down here quite a bit. I wonder if anyone died. It's going to sound pretty great with all those different sounding motors. Alright, if everyone can maintain 60, I'm going to go faster. If everyone can maintain 60, stay behind Jake. He's a great pacer. Probably turn up the volume of the car so we could hear them a little better once we get starting, but I'm just going to head out of the way so we can get this 10-minute long qualifying session underway. So let me just get out of the way. And green flag is out. You guys can start going race pace. The actual green flag during race time will be called out, and the timer will start as soon as Jake crosses the line here. On the track, there we go. Now we're going to watch here from Jake. Turn up the volume in-game. There's him side by side. Him, the Lexus, and the 650S. The 650S being driven by Airfuel, a new driver, I believe, from another series. More than likely than not. There's Multi-Beagle dude in the back there. Also another car back there, that's Mike Soul. And he's taking over Jack Pro PC's Viper. He's currently out in Europe today, so we wish him luck. We wish him a nice vacation. As we're looking up back front in the field, T7 Jake here hitting the wall there on the tough fast turn, I believe. Something going on for Jake. As Beagle slaps a wall, has shift lock on. So unfortunately for Jake, there goes his first lap. Thankfully, not the most important lap out there. There's Nez slapping the wall. Meanwhile, up front, there's Multi-Beagle dude. I'm sure this is how he wants the race to play out for him. There's the two newcomers back there in the British Racing green cars. There's Netta also right behind the Fortune machine. Looks like the top, you could see a four-way battle up here for the front. By the way, folks, if you cross the line and there's a checkers, it's okay, as long as you are behind the leaders and they didn't. But I'll just tell you what to do when that comes around. Anyways, looks like Arisnet getting by Multi-Beagle dude for the lead. Any laps this time by. 140 for Mike Soul, Multi-Beagle, 142. Arisnet having yet to set a valid lap. T7 Jake had a purple sector too. Fortunately for him, he's not had a good run-in. He's still going to find himself with a 155, putting him currently in third place, right next to Jason. We got the Viper. Looks like Jack Pro's Magic doing its thing currently for Mike. He's currently quick time with a 1 minute 40, although we've definitely seen faster laps run by. Here's Arizona going side by side through the bus stop chicane out back to the oval they go. And they're now going to make their way back into the infield here. Air's now going to run it wide. Crosses it over, loses a spot there to Mike Soul. Eris hasn't had a single bit of practice, I think, in these GTI cars, although she has won here back in 2021 against T7 Jake. There's Mike Soul doing a drift. Now as they're way into the tunnel, looks like Mike Soul's going to keep ahead of Eris Netta. He'll be the pack leader of qualifying, as he did have a purple sector 1, although Eris Netta has beaten it. It's not valid lap, though. So Mike Soul could be running in for another pole. There's Netta again running wide there. There's Netta hard into the wall. Another guy to set a valid lap here would be Airville. He's got a 106. There's Multi-Beagle Dude not far behind. Currently set up to start second, although that will more than likely change. Here they go around as Beagle is making its way into the pit lane for some reason. Could be doing a pit stop practice, I believe. There's Airville hard into the wall. Airville has found himself in second place. T7 Jake having yet to have a valid lap. Here he goes up around to turn 2 on the course. And it's the first little set of almost like the Spa chicane on the final set of turns there. There's Arizona right ahead. So the field has spread out a little bit by now. So far things have, I think, single filed themselves out. Arizona is still having a lot of issues here. She just needs a valid lap and she could easily get back up to the front. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to go her way. Especially not now. What the heck? She's absolutely swinging her car around. I don't think I've seen a move like that, although it doesn't look like that helped her very well. She doesn't have any valid lap here. I think she just needs to get a lap in. And it's not a high bar to set. It's 1:39. It is a relatively quick time, although we've seen faster in practice. I'd have to very likely things could switch up here. It just needs to be the right time, as we have about 5 minutes left for the drivers. So do note that we're about halfway done here. It could help to get some slightly better tires, you know, to do a pit stop, get better tires or not. It's all up to you. It's definitely still possible to go faster without doing a pit stop. You just need to get your things lined up correctly. Mike Soul having set a 138. He goes even faster, although he's into the barrier. There's Arisnetta going by. There's now the lead of the qualifying pack here, so she'll determine whether or not we have an extra lap. There's Cheesewall. That is awesome money guy. And you're not required to pit stop. Current leader of qualifying pack would have to be Arisnetta here. There she goes around up front there. And looks like we got 2 concurrent viewers at the current time. So we'll get up here in a moment. Looks like Arisnetta slowing down there into the hairpin. She's back going. Trying everything she can to get a good lap here. She could absolutely crush it if she could get a good lap going here. Is it valid? Yes, it is. It's a 1 minute 3.48. This could be on route to go quick time. Mike Soul actually has a pretty good looking 138 going on at this time. Although we'll have to see if Arisnetta could do anything to manage it back. She doesn't even have a valid lap, currently sitting in last place of the qualifiers. She doesn't even have one. So we'll have to see this time around if she can stay on track. Only one turn to go for Arisnetta. How is this second sector going to look like for her? It is valid. Not the best. It is valid. What will she do this time by? She makes her way across the line. Will she go quick time? She will indeed go on the top of the board. 1 minute 37. Just barely up there, but still enough to go quick time. We'll run up there for a bit here. Anybody else here looking good? Mike Soul going to try to get it back. Mike Soul is going to stop for a second. So we're going to pull up the stream here and put it on SLC. Looks like Mike Soul getting back on track. There's Nana going to try everything she's doing to just a power slide there. Absolutely crushing it. Nana, that was quick there for her, but she's trying to do some sort of sliding strap, but it's not doing too well for her. It is still faster, I'd say, to just go through the track like a normal person, but Mara's still on the top of the board out of all the drivers. She's quick. Oh. It could be too much of a send. This time by will not be valid for Eris. Now look at the positions currently on the board, about a minute and a half left, so keep on rolling, guys. You might be rolling into the final lap. It all depends on if Eris Netta gets across the line in time. She could hold back and try to make it to where she finishes, or she could try to run around as fast as she can with hopes to get another lap valid. There she is, just drifting around in her GTI car. Something magical about that fortune machine. It's been racing since 2021, and it's been a pretty car, and it's been a good car too. A lot of history, even a fan art of the thing exists in track loans as we speak. That will be coming up in a little bit here at Paige Grand Prix. Eris Netta now going back down into the infield. This could be the last time. It might not be. Mike Soul trying to do some sort of run up. If we can please not try to be cheesy like that. We don't exactly like it when you guys do that. So let's see now if Eris Netta will determine the last lap or not. Just hop out and get back in. Who does that? That's just 1.3. This, unlike the other versions, SLC uses 1.3, 1.4, and 1.5. All depends on the class it's racing. Here comes Eris Netta. Will she have enough time to get another lap for the rest of the field? She has a good gap built up here. And she could solidify a pole if she just backs off. But she could be going for another lap. Here she goes now across the line. 9, 8, 7, 6. And everyone, as you cross the line, we're going to have a white flag coming in. So keep on going another lap. Everyone round around another lap. We got a flip there. That is Multi-Beagle Dude. Keep on rolling. Hard lick for Multi-Beagle Dude. Unfortunately, that will probably be his qualifying. We'll get him set up for the race, though. So I'll fit you once everything's done. Everyone keep on rolling once you cross the line. There's Netta sliding across the tight sections once again. She goes one more time around. So everyone, one more time around. Just making sure, just making sure. So for everyone else, it's one more time around. Once you cross the line. And there's Netta now currently on her last lap here. She's trying to figure out a way to send it in there, but I'm not sure how much it's working. T7 Jake taking over the lead. Here he goes with the 136. I didn't even notice that one, but here he goes across to the exit. This time by. Will he have anything to do to go even faster? T7 Jake now across sector 2. It is not improved, but as it goes, out of nowhere, the two legends that raced here last time in the GTI are here yet again for another one. T7 Jake Eris Netta were notable for their battle in 2021 against each other. As Eris Netta is going to pull off the exit route. T7 Jake now making his way around. As T7 Jake making his way over to the line. Checkers are out for T7 Jake. Alright, once you guys cross the line, you're done. You can do a cool down lap and pull it off. Beagle, if you can hop out of your car. And praying to God, I'll fix it. Oh no. Oh no. How did that not break? I gotta read myself. Okay, hop back in your car and put it into the pits. Whew, that was scary. Everyone else is going to be up here to finish, as I think the next person through would be not Mike Soul. So if you guys are done, don't overtake anyone else. Do not go for another lap. Just try to cruise it back in. So that goes for Beagle. You're going to be on a cooldown. So I don't think there's going to be anything worth here. Yeah. Looks like Shuffle pulling it in. So once you guys are done, you can just pull it into the pits. There's Jason now pulling it into his pit lane. I believe that's him calling it his day. Is anyone else on track? I think Ariel is pulling it in. He could have just finished, but okay. If everyone could, I'll show you guys your pit lane, or your pit spot that you'll be in. So, Jason's in the right spot. This will be your spot, so I'm gonna actually get one for you. And Shuffle, you're over here. You're on the spot after the Trinidad flag, which is this flag right here. The one after this one right here will be your pits. Air's is all in the back, by the way. So I'll show you guys your pits. And this one here will be the pits for the other car. So the Dodge Viper, I'm gonna move you back over here. So Mike, you will be on the spot here. Come with me. Everyone gets their own pit stop. These are gonna be your pits. I cannot jump out for some reason. Alright, is there anyone else that needs to be teleported? There's all the cars there. Is there anyone on track still? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, everyone is there, so that's how you guys, that's where your pits go. When you see the orange line coming into the pit entrance, that's when you, okay. When you see the orange line on the entrance of the pit lane, that's when you need to be in first gear. Redlining first gear. I'll be watching for speeding. I can kind of tell if you guys are speeding. You will stay in first gear until after the orange line at the pit exit. Alright, so we're going to clear out the extra cars. Yes, and you refuel by pressing nuts. You must refuel. Well, technically you don't, but there's a 95% chance if you don't pit, you're going to die. So please do pit while we're lining up. You can technically press it anywhere, but please try to be respectful and don't be cheesy like that. If you run out of fuel, that's your day. Just take it. Don't stop on track, please. Because we know if you're stopping on track and if you're going again, you are doing an illegal pit stop. Doesn't matter if you are or not. If you're stopping on track, that's a pit stop. You'll start with 1 lap of fuel being used. So, if I could have everyone move to the end of the pit lane, please. We're going to do a rolling start in typical SLC fashion. Yes, and to refuel, press X after you hop back in your car. So to change your tires, you jump out of your car. If you're having issues jumping out of your car, let me know and I'll give you fly. You just need to fly straight up. And then unfly yourself by double jumping. Because I'm having some issue. So, if you flip, that's your race. Line up in the following order: T7, Jake, Eris, Netta, Mike, Soul, Shuffle. So I need Jason back. Jason's in last, actually. So we have Shuffle, Ariel, Beagle, be behind Ariel. Fit yourselves, fit yourselves. Alright. That is our order. We got 7 cars. Not a huge field today, but honestly, I'm just glad we have a race. Thank you guys for coming around. You gotta press X to refuel. So everyone press X, everyone press X. Don't rev your cars, because if you rev your cars, yeah. Can everyone hop out of your car also, by the way? Everyone, if you're having issues hopping out, let me know. And it's X. And Horizon, do you want to teleport? Okay. Stay within your guys' pits, please. Don't run out on track. Yeah. But stay within the pits. Please don't go on track. I don't want to have to call a caution, make this a big deal. Lights on track are currently red, so... What's the fortune tech, Eris? You gotta tell me what that is. Alright. If everyone could politely take their hats off and watch the stream, we're gonna do the United States Anthem once again. So, we do this national anthem at every race, no matter the country, by the way. It's not just the U.S. anthem, but we just happen to race a lot in the U.S. So, please, just respectfully. There's no U.S. flag, but, actually, here, I'll just get a PNG. Be one on stream. If it could load. There we go. Alright. Don't rev your car. Please hop out. Please hop out. Please hop out. That's also to signify when you're ready. When you're hopping out, you'll be in your car once you get the command. Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, drivers. Head to your car. Start your engines. We're about to start going once again. Once you're in your car, you signify that you are ready. We're getting ready for our 30 lap race here today. Should be good. I have 1 pace lap. And if we have to run, we'll continue to do pacing. And corner cut limit for today, I believe, will be 30. 25. We'll be doing a 25 cut limit unless we see issues. If we see issues, then we're just gonna go off of description. If you get more than that, you'll get a 10-second time penalty at the end of the race. Alright. 25 is a little too tight. So let's get racing. Go in the person ahead of you goes, please. Lights are yellow. It's only 45 minutes, so this is pretty short. Alright, so again, checking the board for your positions. Remember, you guys should probably be mindful of your fuel before we start. I'm looking at you, Beagle. You should probably be revving low, because fuel is a big thing. We need that Viper to move up, please. Viper, move up. You guys are a little bit too far away. I'm only gonna do pacing for the start, by the way. Pacing will be up to the actual leaders after this one, because I need a host. So, Jake, if you move up a little bit here, yeah, thank you. We're going to a hairpin, so mind your pace. Mind your pace. Try to cut it tight. Try to create a little bit of gap here. Maintain 60, please. Maintain 60. I'm gonna get out of the way so I could actually host this. So we're gonna be going on the final turn, actually on the front stretch, instead of the second to last turn. And do not overtake until you cross the line, by the way. So watch your pace. We need the Viper to move up. We need the Viper to move up. Everyone move up. Everyone move up. We need everyone to move up here. Everyone move up here. We gotta get this started. We're doing another lap. Okay. Hold pace. Green flag. Viper, watch yourself. Watch yourself. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. Come to the line. Green flag out. As nobody jumps, we are good for the race. Here we go, 30 laps here today. It's the first GTI race in months. Last time it's out here at Daytona, but it's good to see them back. Here comes Jake here. Right behind them, there's Mike with his temporary license, but he's looking pretty solid. Here's Arisnetta doing a little bit of slide here. I don't know if sliding is exactly good on the tires. They're gonna have to run these laps down. Here they make their way now to the oval back straight. We're gonna change all C. Change all corner cut 0, by the way. So, if you had any, well, there we go. Now here's G7 Shake. Good looking run on Arisnetta. He's gonna find himself by for the lead. Now up to the hairpin. Here they go. Arisnetta trying to make a move ahead. It works for a bit there. Jake gets back. The crossover, and looking back there between Shuffles and Mike. There's another battle going on. That Porsche sounds great. Same thing here for Airview and Multi-Beagle Dude. Multi-Beagle Dude losing a spot there to Airview. So you look back up front. Front seems to have organized itself. It is white Porsche versus green car. And I believe that's the Corsa team, as we're going to call it for now. It's not the Corsa you're thinking of. It's a different one. Carmen, I believe. As cars now through the final turn onto the next lap that go. T7 Jake is your new leader. He's made himself a pretty good looking gap there between him and Eris. We're not going to watch here from Mike. Watch between Mike and Shuffle. Shuffle seemingly making a move here. We're going to see the battle for the podium stirring up here. Looks like Shuffle gets a good looking nets it onto the oval to go. The gap probably is not going to change anytime soon. All depends on how the chicane goes. Both drivers get through the chicane. Looks like Mike has a pretty good looking nets it on it as they make their way back into the infield. And check here for a brief moment there. Back to Mike Soul. And that Porsche still stays ahead. Mike Soul had a good looking run, but it just couldn't last on that exit. I think he's going a little bit too tight as he tries to slide here. Jake hits the barrier. So does Shuffle. Jake loses the lead to Arisneta as here's the Dodge Viper of Mike Soul. Right behind T7 Jake. Very likely, as it goes, it could be seen a three-way battle for the lead, stirring up as Jake gets a good-looking run, and Arisneta making their way through. They cross over as Jake's trying to get ahead on the first hairpin of this second sector. The second sector. Only a couple more turns this lap time. Lap time's looking like they're towards Jake's favor. He's got the current fastest lap. Arisneta had a good looking run there, but it just couldn't last. Seems like the field spread itself out. I'm gonna get a good shot here. Field's mostly spread out by now. There's top four right there, all between like 10 seconds of each other. And that's cars there. So far, DGS looking up top here with Jake there. I believe if he identifies as DGS. Talk to him afterwards. And there's Ariel with 10 cuts. I'm going to watch to see how he's getting cuts. Because if it's a deal where it's like the track is just bad with cuts, and we're gonna be lenient. Okay, well that was a legit cut. Arisneta drifting her car just behind Jake, trying everything she can. And gets a little bit of understeer there. That's going to cost a bit of time. T7 Jake staying ahead by the end of the lap. Seems like things have kind of spread out by now. So what's Shuffle doing? Looks like Shuffle was having some sort of issue there. But it's honestly just nice to see these cars back in action. And it looks like they run pretty good. Everyone kind of just spread out now. It would be nice to see when Patriot Grand Prix goes around. There's going to be a lot of drivers, I think, that race. But for the time being, this will definitely do. Looks like Shuffle making their way into the tunnels. This could definitely be the part of the race where drivers now figuring out what type of strategy they want. Arisneta going wide there, taps the wall, doing a drift of a sort. He's been doing a very interesting strategy. I don't think I've quite seen that in these cars yet. Where drifting, I mean, of course, they were definitely sliding at Daytona, but not in this way where they were done so deliberately. Seems like Arisneta's discovered some sort of tactic that she's trying to do to gain an advantage, but it seems like the car is extremely hard to wheel. Looks like she's going to... I don't know if she's running. She keeps on doing that around here. Just like a complete drift. Get more shots. There's another battle stirring up again between Multi-Beagle Dude and Airville. So they're now making their way onto the oval. There's Multi-Beagle Dude, the DGS reserve driver, in a current DGS car though. It's the Ghost Machine. Make his way over now to the chicane. Looks like a good run there for Aerial. Aerial now side by side with Multi-Beagle Dude for, I believe, 5th place. As they now make their way back around into the infield. Good looking exit there for Multi-Beagle Dude. He's now going to try to run ahead, but it looks like he will get ahead for the moment from Aerial. But Aerial going to try to take the inside away. It is a crossover move for a position, and that's going to allow Beagle to escape with it. Looks like that's how it's going to be for the time being. What's going on back up front? Seems to have somewhat been separate. Really good shot here. Looks like once again Aerial has gone by from Multi-Beagle Dude. But will things change? He goes a little tight on the exit there. Beagle extending out wide. So my favorite thing about the track is the amount of lines you can see. There's just cars absolutely everywhere on this racetrack. You can watch battles all the way from the air. It's my absolute favorite thing about the track is just Vermont International Speedway. It's just the amount of angles you're gonna get. You see that battle, now you see this one. There's now a nice little drift. She looks like she's picking up a little bit of ground here on T7 Jake. We'll watch. Their gap doesn't change any, so we're going to look back up front. Getting some good shots here. Ooh, that was a wall tap for shuffle. That could allow something to come up here. There's also Jason there. As it looks like Multi-Beagle Dude going to run back side by side. Our next battle coming in. As Aerial runs down tight on the inside. Beagle going to lose a little bit of gap there, but still right up in front. He's got a good looking exit though. He's coming up into Aerial's rear here in just a little bit. I think. Just think it. Looks like Aerial going to hold him off actually. So, good performance by him. This is a debut race. Same thing for Mike Soul, who's running currently on podium. He's got a little bit of a gap there between him and the rest, but he's at least got the podium secured. I'm sure that's very comforting. You can see T7 Jake in the background there. So you're going to go back up front. 30 seconds now. The gap between 5th place and 1st. Yes, it looks like things are a little bit spaced out once again between these two. It all takes just a bad line there like this one. There's Arisnetta tapping the wall. That's going to cost her a bit of time. I think she did that around the hairpin. That's a bit of a mistake. That's going to be a little annoying. Ooh, Beagle tries to send it in. But it's not going to help him that much. Aerial, you got to watch your cuts here. But yeah, we'll be upping the cut limit to Central Driver's going to be upping the cut limit to 35, just because it seems like everyone's getting way too many cuts. So. For the time being, that'll be the current cut limit. Anyways. Ooh! Aerial gets loose, saves it, but there's Multi-Beagle Dude, gains a spot from the ordeal. He's now up to 5th place. So there's that. So now make their way in and out of the tunnels, the two of them. Aerial's still going to try to get hard there through side by side through the hairpins off of turns 2, 3. As a crossover, Multi-Beagle Dude is going to stay ahead. Looks like this little mid-pack battle has been the one of the day, as they're still going side by side there up to the chicane. Now crossing over as they make the way by. Still side by side as they make the way now into the infield. A little loose there for Averill, but Multi-Beagle Dude is still on his inside now. Turns to the outside as they make the way into the airpin. Beagle trying to make a move down the inside, and it does work for the time being. How is that edge going to look, though, for Averill? He's got more time going straight. Beagle running it wide there. Averill right on his tail. Porsche versus McLaren. British versus German. And American versus, I think, American. As it looks like it's a good-looking run there for Averill. Gets by. But Beagle's still right on the bumper. Only about a car length and less at times between the two of them. Beagle's going to redline it there. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. Looking at the sets, it's still about a car length of space between the two, maybe 2 car lengths. But he's closing in with that Porsche. I think it's got a little bit more straight line speed than the McLaren does. As he's hard into the barrier, both of them into the barriers, but Beagle gets the better run. Short end of the stick goes to Averill. He's lost all that time, but it's all back here, right on the bumper once again for Averill. Sure. We'll allow some commentary here from Dale. It's currently a battle between Averill and our other guy here, Beagle. I'll probably see Beagle later today. Alright, we're going to unmute ourselves, so if we don't see anything, it looks like Averill going to stick ahead for the time being. Anything between Eris? Nope. Looks like it's all Beagle and Averill for the time being. I think we've ran about a bit over a quarter way through the race. Beagle's hard on the brakes. I'm trying to make a move down the inside. It does work again. Averill taps the wall. That's going to cost him a little bit of time there, as Beagle is back up to 5th place. Also, by the way, Dale, you're unmuted if you want to help commentate. That's up to you.
Alright, sweet.
Cool, cool.
Sorry, I'm behind. Like, who's been leading this race the most? Like, who's been the most dominant cars? Let's say top 3 most dominant cars.
It's been Eris and Jake, and it looks like Mike's side by side between Beagle and Averill once again.
These two can just not get off each other.
Yeah. Everyone's getting a lot of cuts here, so we might just try to be lenient.
Somebody slapped the wall.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to go on cut leniency, so just mind yourself. Don't do anything blatant. Don't overtake while cutting, you know, stuff like that. But we're not going to force the time limits on cuts or time penalties, because I can tell everyone is just struggling on this track, so stay put.
Ooh. I wish I knew who just completely smacked the wall down there and what's it, like a green Viper?
I'm not saying to cut, guys. Beagle and Averill. I'm not saying to cut. Yeah, just saying you don't have as much to worry about as far as penalties go. Beagle gets overtaken by Averill there as they send it now into the corner. It looks like Beagle's going to make a move down the inside again as Averill taps the wall. That's a costly mistake. I think there's something going on here between Shuffle and Mike for 3rd. What was that move, Mike? Mike. No. Give that spot back. That's not allowed here. Mike, don't stop your car. Don't stop your car. Just give him the spot back. We don't exactly encourage that behavior in SLC.
Yeah, that was a little bit too stupid for us.
Yeah. Did he make anything off that? He did not. You can tell when you're being cheesy, folks. Just letting you know. Oh, Averill spinning it out from the last turn.
Oh.
If you overcook it, then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take the runoff road and do the chicanes. Looks like you were trying to just be cheeky there. Looks like Beagle
Doing
is,
too much.
yep, a little too much trolling. Nerviol is in 6th place. Beagle takes back 5th. I think by now it's solidified. Currently 10 laps into this race. So I think Jake could be being ran in by Eris at some point soon. Eris goes in tight. Oh! Eris hard into the barriers. It looks like Airfield saying something about pitting here. We could be seeing cars making their pit stop strategies. Now would be about the time to start making an early strategy. Could be beneficial, but it could also hurt. It all depends on where this race goes. If anyone flips, that could definitely screw you down in the long run. As yeah, if you could watch the cars, make sure they're on red line the moment they go into the. Ooh, Airfield is struggling a little bit with his car. We'll see if Airfield's gonna pit this lap or next one. First pit of the day, maybe? So I need to get out of the way.
I didn't have my freaking volume. Yeah, he's definitely redlining.
Thank you. Thank you for moving my car out of the way. Alright. So he's now currently doing his first pit stop of the day. We're gonna watch him as he gets out on the exit. Right, there's the first pit stop of the day. And he was going to take a pick. There's T7 Jake. A good gap there between him and Eris. About 5 seconds there. That could be changed during a pit stop, though it looks like first car with fresh tires. Next car that might be doing a pit stop, I think, might be Mike Soul. All depends on how he's feeling on track.
Definitely watch the 10th between Eris and Jake.
Yeah, looking at the board.
It may just be like 1/10, 2/10.
Yeah.
But it all adds up.
Mike Soul's the next person in position to do a pit stop, I believe. So he cuts in through the hairpin. We're gonna advise not to do too much, but no, he's gonna make his way around. Is he gonna pit or is he gonna stay out? He stays out. Alright. Beagle mentioned something earlier about doing a pit stop, although I'm not sure if he's gonna stick with that. There he goes, spinning out. That's a spin for him. And is he gonna make his way into the pits? He stays out as well. So, Beagle's also staying out. Servio's now currently fighting to stay on the lead lap. All it takes is a caution, and he'll remain on the lead lap. There's not really known for doing pit stops. Is she going to do a pit stop? No, she is not. We will be probably running that range at some point soon, though, with the rest of the field. So, here comes Shuffle. If you mess up your pit stop, you'll be given a time penalty, by the way. So, just letting you know. I believe Shuffle's our next car coming to the last set of turns. There's also Jason, I believe, in his car. Jason stays out. Does Shuffle stay out? They also stay out. Probably playing the fuel strategy. Alright, Beagle's saying he's going to pit next lap. Here he goes. Around the final set of turns. Things are spread out by now, I believe. Beagle's the last car on the lead lap. Not a huge gap there between the leaders and him. Here comes Beagle around the last few turns. Car's pretty much all over the place currently. I think those tires are dead. Here's Beagle now into his pits. He'll be in the ghost pits. As he gets out. We'll be watching him. Beagle now the second person to take it. Might want to brake here, by the way. Like, when it comes to the corner. Yep. Beagle now cleared. Alright, so Beagle's the next person to take it. And this might come to play later on in the race. Mike Soul. My next person expecting, or next person I expect to take a pit is probably going to be Mike Soul. What do you think? I guess Dale is kind of a little bit low in context here. So, we'll leave it to him.
Yeah, I had no idea what's going on.
That's where he did join kind of last second here. So,
I wasn't trying to take pictures, so I'm gonna be honest.
that's fair. That's fair. Here's the airfield now, a lap down.
Harris is catching.
So sliding.
This is the most. I wish I got a picture of that.
What was that one by Harris? That was the fastest I think I've ever seen anyone take around that corner.
You tell you what that was,
Beagle
and that
didn't
was genius.
And as Beagle didn't get fuel, you know, he's got the strategy to either wait for fuel or do another pit stop and try to save what he can. There could easily be a caution that could save him.
You haven't seen anything.
Yeah. Well, Arisnetta. 2-7 Shake now making his way into the pits. So I'll move out of the way, sorry. Oh, Jake gonna fly. And Shake now making his way out. He's lost the lead. Air's now our leader. Air's has a history of trying to do as many laps as she can now. That might be her strategy. There's also Jason there making his way out. As there's Jake now out. Pits are definitely happy now. I don't think I've seen Shuffle or Aris do a pit stop. I think Shuffle's the next pick for a pit stop. Sorry for the rip. Shuffle currently holding off third place, about 42 seconds behind. And it looks like Mikey in order to pit, so we'll see if he does or not.
Harris just almost spun out in the last hairpin on the infield of the oval.
Oh god.
That was
She's been
ace.
sending it. Here goes in the Dodge Viper, Mike Soul all over the place here. Currently in fourth. As Mike Soul will get a 10-second time penalty. For speeding through the pit lane. You're not in your pit stop, by the way. Move to your pit stop and do that. Good. As Mike has botched his pit stop. So, post-race, he'll be given a 10-second time penalty. That could cost a spot. We'll have to see. That was also a pretty iffy pit stop in general. Arisnetta now overlapping him. Zare is currently overlapping everyone except for the top three. And Eris just does his thing. She's all over the place, but again, that just seems to be how she likes things. Very, very slippery and very unforgiving. It's just the way that she likes her car. So we'll see how this one runs through. We can't swap drivers. You can't swap drivers. You cannot swap drivers. It's an individual-based sport. As Airville has retired for the day, he's going to be the first DNF. He's not... Ooh, there's not getting loose. Airville, for reasons, has life, I believe, and must go. There's the fresher tires of Mike Soul, but a 10-second time penalty that's going to hurt Sting. We'll likely see if Beagle could gain a spot or two by the end. Harris's car seems to be a bit more slippery. She's got about 15 seconds there to Jake. I'm wondering if she's going to find it worth it to pit stop or not. Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Fix this out. Looks like Mike trying to hold off, staying on the lead lap as much as he can to Arisneta, but Aris is just going to be just driving her car wildly all over the place, just trying to get by him. We're over halfway done with the race. I just realized that. So we're closing in here. It's a 45-minute race, but I think we're about 20-ish minutes through it. 25 or 23-ish, maybe 25. So we're oh, where's Netta hits the wall there. Is he current laps down, by the way, in order to be disqualified will be 4 laps down. So everyone also good on that one so far, I believe. Arisneta falling. Oh, Arisneta, oh, just spun out there. Her car is just deeply out of control right now. Maybe a little bit too much for her. So we're now reduced to our top 6 cars. That's Arisneta, T7 Jake Shuffle, and Mike Soul, Multi-Beagle Dude Jason. Arisneta is still going to stay out despite her tires. I think she's got something cooking. And me personally, we should let her cook. Here she goes around turn 1, hitting the barrier. Let's see how that compares to T7 Jake. T7 Jake has been running faster overall, but I'm not sure how he's looking right now. He has cut that gap down quite a bit here. As he's got a 10.5 second gap between him and Eris after a pit stop. I'm still not sure if Shuffle is pitted, so we're gonna eye him. I think he has, but we're just gonna watch his lap, see if he does or not. Stays out once again. T7 Jake now making his way back through the infield section of the oval. We're approaching 10 to go. I think we're still at 12 to go, so certainly the later half of the race. And so far, everything has stayed pretty clean and organized. But easily could turn to chaos. It just takes one person to make too big of a mistake. Kara's just gonna keep on sliding her car. She's at the very limit of her car's friction every single turn, it seems. Just at the limit for this car. Will she pit? No, she will not. She does not want to pit. Her car is even spinning out a little bit on the straights. I believe she's a very avid controller user, so that's probably the only way she's been able to get away with it. But every minute she's doing this is the second that Jake is getting back faster. And looking the way it's running, it might be possible that Arisneta will be behind Jake at this current time by the end of the race if she does not pit. So it could be a very likely lose-lose for Aris. All depends on if she can hold Jake off or Jake makes a mistake. I'm sure that's what she's hoping on. Meanwhile, T7 Jake hoping to potentially score a win. This is his opportunity. He's been waiting to race for a very long time in these brand new GTIs. He's been waiting in the Lexus to drive that Lexus for quite a while too. So, certainly is something I think he's really looking up for. Pretty sure he's just happy to be able to race. As Beagle crossing it over there with Jason, I believe, trying to overlap him. As there is the 2 energy drink cars right there. That's the Ghost Energy and the Rowdy Energy cars right there. as he gets by. There's no tap of the wall once again. There's a very good chance Jake could be able to pick up on this. I could hear him. Just ever so slightly. Zaris now crossing the line. T7 Jake now coming across the line. He's cutting up that gap by quite a bit there. There's 6 seconds between the two of them. So we're approaching 10 to go now for everyone. There's Jake now making his way across into the oval. And I think he's a faster car at the moment. Currently holds the quickest lap time. Arizona has pole, but Jake has quick time. He's got a 1:36. That's a pretty quick looking lap there. And he's been pushing his car every lap here. I'm gonna watch now to see how Shuffle's doing. Mike Soul improves his and gets a personal best, 138. There's Netta running a wide. I think I can see Jake ever so slightly back there. So he's really going to start putting the pressure up on Eris. Eris might also need to be worried about fuel too. Why even pit when nobody does? Well, actually, Jake is pitted, and he's in second. Potentially might be running down Eris Netta for the lead. As Eris now in the pits. She's lost the lead there to T7 Jake. T7 Jake will take the lead. And I think his earlier pit stop might have worked out for him. As Eris has 11 seconds back from him. She's going to need to push her heart out if she wants a chance to get back up. It's possible, certainly possible, although it's going to be quite a challenge for her to get up in that 650S machine. Jake is already on the backstretch here. Bears is hoping for a yellow flag to do a pit stop, and it just never happened. It's very predictable to expect one, although it could easily happen. Just could easily still happen, and that would definitely cause some pit chaos. But we'll have to see. Those fresh tires definitely do help, and Eris is going to probably be pushing her hard out. So let's look at Eris here. Like Soul 130, so gap's kind of all split between those two, so it's mainly between Arizona and Jake here. Jake now makes his way across the line with 8 laps to go for him. A little bit of tap to the barrier. She's pushing as hard as she can, but it just can't hold up to Jake's Lexus. He's still faster. It's definitely going Jake's way this race so far. Jake now once again back into the infield. Gotta love this track. Vermont International Speedway used to be called Track for the longest time. Only been renamed recently just for regional reasons. And it's a very nice track. It's very nice. I'm certain Jake is loving this place. He didn't get the chance last time that he raced here with his car. It was actually a BMW Z4 against Eris. Eris took it by the line that time. Last time that they raced, but this year could be his chance to go up in front at track. Certainly a good way to make up for that last run, and another chance for him to win. is I don't think he's won since 2021, so he's definitely going to be antsy for another chance to win. So here he goes, now across the line, currently running into 7 laps to go for T7 Jake. There's going to be trying to push the crap out of the car. Like, actually trying to push the crap out of the car as much as you can. 133 for Eris, probably a cut lap, but we'll see. Eris going to tap the wall there. Cuts down to 7 seconds. Alright, somebody was talking about something there, I think. I think that Shuffle there had some issues there with his Porsche. Just had a little wall tap there. We're going to watch Eris here make her way through the chicane on the backstretch oval. Or the oval backstretch, excuse me. Just trying to push everything she can, try to catch up to T7 Jake. T7 Jake now through into the tunnel. And there's Mike, I believe, about to be overlapped. Shuffle now passing the line. As there's Mike about to be overlapped. How far behind is Eris from Jake now at this point? Pretty close. I believe she's cut that gap down to about 6 seconds. I'm calling it. There's Mike, I think, having some sort of issue there. Jake closing in now, Mike about to overlap him. Just Multi-Beagle do the cart back from Mike in position. I think Eric's now closing in that gap on Jake little by little. We're coming into 5 to go next time by. As Jake now going to cross over, trying to make a move by the lap car of Mike Soul. As Mike Soul will hit the barrier, Jake's gonna get by. Now there's Erisnetta to get by. She also smacks the barrier. That's gonna be a costly mistake for her. With only this many laps left, Jake has already passed the tunnel. It all depends on how things go these next few laps. Jake's tires are a little bit older than Eris's, but he's had a really good pit strategy, and that could be actually the theme there. And Beagle might be, I think Beagle hasn't even pitted once yet, so he's just trying to run things through. And fuel could definitely come to play here for Beagle. Oh, you did get fuel, okay. Yeah, I think if you didn't, you probably would have ran out by about now. Oh, you did, oh. You might want to get some fuel here, Beagle, because if you don't, you might run out of fuel pretty darn soon. It's up to you, though, to make that strategy, because you could potentially hold off. But if you do, you might cause a caution. We'll see. I don't think that's what Jake wants, that's for sure. Jake's currently running up here with a 8-second gap to Eris. And Eris still going to try to push as hard as she can, but she's just been making a few mistakes, too many, which have been a little bit costly. I think Jake's been running a really good race. Okay, if you're not even in red, then... Okay. It's all up to you. We got 5 to go currently for the leaders. As Eris getting through into the tunnel, we're going to see that gap with Jake. Jake's already making his way down Sector 2 to the voice crack. I've been talking these last couple days. And I believe everyone except for the top 2 has been put a lap down. Shuffle's there. So currently a race between Eris and Jake once again. It's been this way last time they raced here, and it'll be this way once again. So, Jake now makes his way across the line. 4 to go for T7 Jake. Eris now cutting that gap down to 5 seconds. We got 4 to go, so Eris gonna need to push a whole second faster than Jake. She's got fresher tires. Jake's tires are starting to get a little bit old. I think they're still okay, but it's definitely heating up here, up at the front. Eris Netta was in a close finish yesterday in the Rotsma class. We can see another one potentially stir up today in the GTI class. All depends on how things go. There's Eris Netta. You could now see T7 Jake just barely in the background there at the end of the straightaway. Is Eris going to try to pull a risky strategy through? She goes a little bit more conservative this time around through the hairpin there. T7 Jake was running a 137 last time by. Eris Netta going to try everything she can to get up there. She's doing a little bit faster than T7 Jake. T7 Jake now making his way across into the first hairpin of Sector 2. He's going to go wide. That was a big one there for Jake. I think that might just about cut down the gap between him and Eris by just a little bit there. There's T7 Jake around. As Eris is going to be a very gentlemanly one. They're now going to race to the finish. I think the both of them want to make this a real race finish rather than just one car dominate. Two of them very good friends with each other. As Jake expressing his respect back with a thank you. I think Eris wants to race him legitimately. They're basically both on their own level of racing, so they can afford to do a move like that. And the two of them wanting a very legitimate finish, as Jake running ahead. Now 3 laps to go for the leaders. Look how's Eris going to do this time by. It looks like she's clipped the wall just a tiny bit. Running about an equal gap, about a second or two there between the two of them. Now to the hairpin. Jake's going to go conservative. Eris is going to go a little bit, almost making a, I'd say an initial D move there, just about drifting her car. As Jake going through into Sector 2. The gap between the two very close here. So you're now going to run next time by with 2 to go. The two of them were in a tight-knit battle like this last time we ran here. We'll see another one this time by. There's Netta. Loses a little bit of gap there to Jake as they come to the final turn. Ooh, 2 to go. Eris now gets loose, but she keeps it going straight by the end of it. That's going to cost her a little bit here. T7 Jake might be able to hold off Eris Netta. 2 seconds, the gap between Jake and Eris. It's been a very long time for Jake since he's won at all. So he really wants this one. 2 to go again for the leaders as everyone else crosses the line. So 2 to go for shuffle. Jake clips a wall, nearly spins out, but he's kept his car going under control. Just narrowly. Eris Netta is still right behind. About a good second there. And what Eris has been motivated by NASA speaking English. What an amazing thing. Oh no! Oh, Eris is going to back off once again. We'll get the move by from T7 Jake. Expresses her thank yous through a flashing of the lights as she takes the lead back from T7 Jake. T7 Jake gonna have to really push it hard to get by. Two of them now running it in. I think at this point it's a show between the two drivers trying to race, and I think Jake is flashing, no, you go. I don't want to do this fakely. I think they want to race each other for real. They're coming to the white flag in just a few turns here as they're side by side. Now crossing over just about nearly for the lead. Jake to the lead this time by as a white flag in the air for T7 Jake, Aris Netta. Everyone else once you cross the line. White flag in the air for everyone. T7 Jake gets very loose, but he keeps it under control. Aris Netta right on the bumper, just about. A couple car lengths there, but still right chasing. Can Jake hold her off? Can Aris get by? We'll have to see as the final laps go by. They're through the backstretch on the oval. As it looks like Aris now getting a good run here on Jake coming into the chicane. Now making the way through the chicane. Aris Netta still gaining little by little here. Jake gonna go down low. Aris Netta now through. As they're making the way into the hairpin. Aris Netta going wide. Ooh, Aris Netta going wide. Jake doing a drift for once. Looks like if Jake could just hold her off for a few more turns, he will have the win. He goes a little wide, so does Aris. But it's a really good looking at it for Aris Netta. Both of them haven't won a GTI race in a very hot minute. I'm sure both of them are antsy for that win. Only a couple more turns to go. Jake's just got to hold off Aris, but here's Aris at the bumper. T7 Jake for the win. Aris gets a little bit loose there, but she keeps it under control. But it might have just about cost him. 2 turns to go for T7 Jake this time by. Will history be repeated, or will Jake change things? Here's Aris to the inside. Jake spins! Oh, there's Aris Netta. Aris Netta will come across the line. And slowing down to win it. T7 Jake. History's repeated itself. Come second. There's their finish there. There's third place. That's shuffle. Fourth place now going to make their way over around the final turn. That's Mike Soul. Mike Soul going to finish fourth place for his team on their debut race. Unfortunately for his teammate, not the best finish for them, but still a solid fourth place overall for Mike Soul. Multi-Beagle Dude now going to finish over in fifth place, I believe. There's also Jason. We're going to see if Jason's coming across the line. Yes, he is. Jason will solidify his sixth place. Gets a little loose, but he'll keep it under control. Here's your sixth place finish. Sixth place finisher, Jason. Awesome Gaming. One more car left on track. That's going to be Multi-Beagle Dude. All eyes on him. Making his way out of the tunnel onto the second sector. Here he goes in this screaming Porsche. I'll be seeing Beagle in the 45 later today at my local dirt track. Hopeful to see him. And he's had a great debut GTI race. Beagle gonna now only 2 more turns, 1 more turn to go as he goes around the final turn. Your fifth place finisher is going to be Multi-Beagle Dude. And I believe some absolute pain there for Jake, but you two pulled up a show today. I'm sure as hell. Impressive job by both of our race leaders. And I'm sure there will be more chances in the future. But it looks like history repeats itself once again for another year. We'll see where the future takes us. Alright. It's literally 2021 all over again. Also, Eris, you want to do donuts? Do you know how much you gotta do? Here, I'll set grab you both. Was it 150? Here. You need more? Need less? There's your race. There's the 2 winners today. I think that was just about the best finish I've seen in a while. Heartbreaking for T7 Jake. But another one for Eris. I'm sure that'll make up for her opinion on this weekend. She liked this track, and I think this might just about restore that like. She had some frustration during the Rots mods, but I'm sure as hell she could be happy with today's results. Probably pained as well for Jake, but a win is a win. Here's both of them doing donuts there, as there is a smoke of white, a ring of white there for Jake. Kiss each other. I can't see anything that's going on. Looks like they're doing a tandem drift here. All right. Congratulations to our winners. If you guys could hop out of your cars, please, so we could do our podium shuffle. Stick around if he's, because we're gonna do the podium now. All right, everyone, get out of your cars. We'll be doing everyone. We'll be interviewing everyone. If I could clear out the track here for the other guys. All right, we're gonna get our top three. If you guys want to do it in a minute, do it in a 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go. All right. We're gonna start off with Arisneta here, our race winner. I had something server deafened her. Let me server unmute her. Arisneta.
Hello.
Hi. How's today? I'm sure as heck you're happy to be back in the
The
GTIs.
race was a trip. I'm glad to be back, but like, eh, so it's really weird. I have mixed feelings, very mixed feelings, because in a way I wanted Jig to get it because I knew that I was not gonna get it by the last turn again. I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to do that, but unfortunately. Did he tap the wall? I think he did tap the wall, and that's what spun him.
Just bad tires.
That's where pit strategies, I guess, come to play. You got,
Yeah,
man.
I didn't pit really because I was just like kind of messing around. I wanted to see how much I could take until I was just unbearable. It turns out halfway.
About halfway.
Yeah. It was a fun race. The cars, I have a few issues with the steering. It feels like sometimes they don't turn enough for some of the turns, and it's a bit annoying. But they drive fine. It's not like I would change them or revamp them.
I think on average this
Because
track has the slowest turns.
yeah, it has really slow turns. It's very technical. That's something I've always said about it. It's super technical. It's one of the most technical tracks on the schedule, I think. There's very few high-speed turns, and there's lots of places you can die.
Welcome
But
to American Tracks, folks.
That's racing, I guess.
Yep. Well, great win on you, Arisneta. Is there anything else you'd like to say about your teammates for not coming?
Fuck you, Tenafis. That's really all I gotta say.
All right.
This is a rage message.
All right. Well, again, Jake was speaking a little bit earlier, but we're back to Jake. How was that race? I'm sure it's a little bit crushing. You couldn't get it, but I'm sure you're happy to at least be able to race again.
Yeah, it was a little upsetting that it spun the last one of the last lap, but even after Eris waited for me twice, but I still enjoyed the race. I've been waiting a long ass time for GTI to actually have enough drivers to race, so I'm just happy I got to Alexis out this time.
Yes, sir. Is there anything about the track that was interesting, or anything about today, about the racing today?
I just don't like the hairpin.
Which one?
The first one.
Oh, I'm like,
the one uphill.
right.
It's a pain. I don't know how Eris was drifting around that, or anybody else was drifting around that. I couldn't figure that out.
Eris was
Right.
driving like an initial D character
It was
today.
fun. She was.
I'm just trying to go fast with the steering. I'm trying to make sense of the steering to go quick. I'm fasting.
It's yeah. Okay, we're not looking that way.
What? What happened?
Your shirt's off. Your shirt died.
Oh no.
All right. Well, we're gonna move over to Shuffle here. If he's still here, yes, he is. All right, Shuffle. That was a solid race, solid P3.
Yeah, well, it was an interesting race for me because I didn't really know the car. I just came in with zero knowledge about the car. And then to finish in qualifying at P4, pretty decent. Then I have a battle with Mike, and sadly he made a few mistakes, so the battle kinda faded away.
Yeah.
And then I pitted like around lap 26 to see how long the tires would go, and then I was driving the pace of the leaders for a little while, but then the tires just died and I had no grip. So I had to pit eventually, but after a while it's a decent result. The only thing that is a bit annoying is the hairpin like before the tunnel, but that's all.
All right then, Shuffle. That was it's a pretty solid result today. See how you do up and upcoming races. I think you solidified yourself a GTI license with that performance today. So,
All right.
yep. All right. Well, the next person down. Thank you very much, by the way. Gee, who finished fourth? I think that was Mike. But Mike is not here, I think. So we're gonna move over to Beagle for this brief bit. So, Beagle, how'd you like the cars today, and what are you gonna do to me at Ventura? You gonna kill me at Ventura today?
You know what? I'll be honest. You know, we didn't really get the finish that we would have liked, but we actually did. It was just car felt really fast. It was really. I felt really good going into the track. You know, with the Rocks Mod experience. Hats off to the DGS team. They gave me a hell of a car. This Porsche was very fast. We were able to get around the track really well. Just had a few areas I struggle with, but you know this is the road course, so there's certain points where you're gonna struggle. Weirdly enough, the hairpin right before the tunnel, though, I really actually felt real good. I was able to I found a little rhythm where I could get all the way down to the bottom and have a good exit. But overall, it's a good night. You know, top five, really good, especially for my first time. And you know, Ariel isn't here. Really sucks. You know, it sucks to have them leave early, but me and them, we had a great battle, and I hats off to them. You know, last night I saw them struggling, just trying to get their license, and to be able to battle with them and have a good battle for like at least half of the race. Just hats off to them and all their crew, and everybody here at DGS for giving me a great ride, giving me a ride in general, and everybody else back in SLC for allowing me to do this.
Sure thing, Beagle. All right.
And by the way, to all y'all wondering, Robo, I will be seeing you later tonight. You better show up.
Oh, I will. Oh, I'm going to the track. Don't worry.
Wait, he's gonna what?
He's going to Ventura. I'm going to Ventura. We're going to our local track.
Throw rocks at him.
No. Oh God, he's going to actually do it probably now.
Oh no, I can't throw a rock, but I do know hot dogs work pretty well.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna be throwing soggy hot dogs at me. Oh my God. God damn it.
He's gonna throw the fucking water at you.
Hot dog. I'm gonna throw the grease trap on you, the soggy buns, the dead dogs.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
No, Beagle. What you gotta do is you
Said
gotta
don't make
make a wonderful hot dog. If he walks up to you and asks for a hot dog, make a wonderful one, then dump it in the water and give it to him.
We'll see. But yeah, once again, thank you DGS and then everybody here at SLC. Hopefully we can do this again, and you know, we'll be back. And this Porsche 911, you won't be seeing. This isn't the last you'll see a Beagle.
All right. Well, next up, we'll get to the team owners in a second, but thank you there, Beagle. We're gonna move over to Jason here. Jason was a guy running throughout the race, and I think it's his first GTI race, first time doing anything other than Rotsmods and road courses. So how was it? You unmuted? Just.
Oh, there you go.
Yo.
Yeah, it's been great.
All right. Is there anything?
No, go ahead.
How how is it like going on track in the GTI cars versus routes mods?
It, it's amazing. Like, there are different type of series that I can do, like GTIs, mid cars, Watt mod, and Funnel Micro.
It's pretty cool. Which was your favorite race to be in this weekend?
What?
What was your favorite race to be in this weekend so far?
Um, the ovals.
No, no, I mean, well, that's fair, but I was saying, what was your favorite race this weekend? You've been in all three, actually, come to think about it.
Oh,
I think you're the only person that
Funnel
has
Micro.
Formula Micro. You got a
No,
podium, didn't you?
no, I got fourth.
Oh, you got four. Oh, right, you did. That was pretty good though, so I can see why. I see why you're doing pretty solid that race. So, um, Formula Micros are fun. So, uh, thank you, Jason. We're gonna move on
Hmm.
and we'll get our next person up. Thank you, Jason. All right. So you're just gonna speak for your team, Horizon.
Hi.
Yo, I think that's Horizon. Yeah.
Oh, hi. I'm unmuted.
Yes.
Hi, guys. Yep, I'm Horizon Skies. I'm representing Carmen Corsa, which was my team. First of all, thank you guys for letting this team, Mike and Aviel, race with you today. Thank you as well for letting Mike race just on that temporary license. You kind of just let him off there. Also, just want to apologize. We probably seemed super sketchy after today. After some of those moves, we don't want to that impression. So, just off the bat, you know.
All right.
Oh yeah, the race was good. I was actually quite surprised by qualifying. The competition is very strong. Great stuff by Beagle, dude. He was giving good competition to Mike, like the whole race, basically. Shuffle was also there on him. As with Aviel did unfortunately have to leave, so he was a DNF. It would have been interesting to see what he would have done. Yeah. Mike was doing great. Obviously there was some problems, but he did finish fourth, which we're happy with for now. We think it's a great. I think it was alright and great competition. Nice cars. Porsches are very loud. I do kind of like that though. And thank you to the competition. Thank you to every other team that's here, and thank you, Kukoa, for letting us race with you here in GT.
Yep. It'll probably be a lot easier for you guys to get more cars in for the race coming up in 2 weeks. That's a big one, by the way. Patriot Grand Prix. For those that don't know, Patriot Grand Prix is kind of like we have two big races a year. It's Spooky Grand Prix, Patriot Grand Prix. And they're kind of like a get together for all these different championships and stuff. So not only will it be SLC, but a bunch of other leagues. Uh, but basically, we're gonna have a big race there, so we might see if you guys bring a few more drivers on. There's not currently a team limit, so
Be real interesting. Yeah, we are hoping to get two new drivers onto this, and they are very confident with GT cars. I don't know if you guys saw them yesterday. Maybe Beagle did. Maybe you guys caught us training. But yeah, no, we're definitely confident for the future. We have some other guys coming on, and we'll see where it goes from here. Definitely be training for that event in 2 weeks.
all right,
You all there?
all right. Um, anything else?
Not really sure, honestly. I think that's most I have to report right now. We're gonna just, talk about how the race went with the team and the drivers
All right,
once Airville's back online.
all right, guys. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for everyone that came up to this race today. It's great to see the GTI cars back in action. We'll be back with more road course racing in 2 weeks. Once again for the Patriot Grand Prix. For everyone else around, we're going to be doing Formula Micros and Rots mods next week. On Richmond Motor Speedway, so that's going to be a fun little action-packed race. Always has a history of interesting races. 2021 was not a good year. for Richmond. Jake would know, but last year was a banger, and I'm assuming it's gonna be the same way this year. So very hopeful for that. So thank you to everyone that was watching today. We'll see you next time. I'm now going to mute myself, and you guys go ahead to general. You guys go ahead to journal. Sorry. All right. Cool. 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 Cool.
To you